Carnival Cruise Line has changed their masking policy for their crew members on board their ships. Maybe now you'll see a smile or two. Plus, while they're at it, they're also changing their policy on reserving chairs on the Lido deck. Chair hogs, this one's for you. And the port of Skagway, Alaska had a rough season this year because of rock slides. Well, there's a plan to put a band-aid on the port. I'm going to tell you about that. Plus, Royal Caribbean plans to open a brand new cruise terminal in Galveston, Texas, just about a month from today. And a really cool new feature is getting installed there. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Hopefully you've had a fantastic week. So looking forward to the weekend here. Let's get right into today's top story coming out from Carnival Cruise Line. The cruise line has officially changed their policy on requiring masks for crew members on board their ships. John Heald took to Facebook this morning from on board the Carnival Ecstasy. She's on one of her last days ever to release the news that it's now optional for Carnival's crew members to wear masks. There is one exception to this policy, and that is in the ship's medical center. Masks will still be required for crew members and most likely for guests as well, especially if they show certain symptoms of a certain illness. We're not going to talk about it because I don't want any warnings put on this video. YouTube's been hitting me with a lot of warnings because we've been talking about the once again. Now, what did I tell you last week, just a few days ago? As soon as Royal Caribbean dropped their masking requirement for their crew members, I said it's only going to be a matter of days or weeks until another major cruise line or all the major cruise lines follow suit with this policy. And here we go, vindication like usual. Carnival is jumping on the train, and this is immediate. So cruises that are out on the water right now, those crew members are allowed to take their masks off. As a matter of fact, on board the Ecstasy, an announcement was made to let all the guests know that the policy had changed. So there you have it. Carnival cruise ships can finally see those smiling faces once again. I'm so excited to get on a Carnival cruise. It's like a week away now, my group cruise on the Carnival Sunshine. One other notable mention is that while the masking requirement is no longer in place for crew on Carnival ships, the vaccine requirement for crew members does still stand in effect. So what do you think about this policy change for Carnival Cruise Line? Do you see this moving onward to, say, a Norwegian or an MSC line anytime soon? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why don't you do me a huge favor and show your support for the channel by slapping that thumbs up button and hit that little arrow drop down under the video and check out my Amazon Cruise Essentials store. In there, you'll find everything I take with me every single time I cruise, plus some really fun things like this Cruise Nerd hoodie, Cruise Nerd shirts. Check it out. Link down below. Well, before we talk about this new policy that will affect all Carnival cruisers, I want to turn our attention to the north and the west, up to Skagway, Alaska. Longtime cruise news connoisseurs, such as yourself, may remember that the port of Skagway has suffered from multiple rock slides in the 2022 cruise season, to the point where they even had to close down one whole side of the port. Well, there has been some work done, at least planning and scheming type of work, to figure out how to best remedy this problem. And there's a short answer and there's a long and expensive answer. And here's the answers. The first plan is the permanent fix, estimated to cost $40 million. It includes refacing the entire mountainside there in Skagway. Now, the plan that they're gonna go with costs a mere $3 million, you know, chump change. And it includes putting up netting on the sides of the wall. They call it an attenuator net. What's gonna happen here is they're actually gonna scale the wall, kind of pull off all the loose rocks with airbags and crowbar type of situation, get everything down, the small stuff that's easy to get down. And then they'll scale this big wall, put up this netting, and protect cruisers from this kind of damage. Check this thing out. You see this shipping container? This was sitting there alongside where cruisers were walking off of the cruise ships. And this was put up to protect people from falling rocks. Now, just imagine, as rocks fall, they pick up momentum and it's random. Think of a football rolling down a hill. It's not going to go straight. It's the same thing that happens to rocks falling down. So the netting is about the best way to stop these slides from happening. Now, they have put netting in the past. It has worked successfully, but as rocks fall, it damages the net. So they do have to now remove the old netting to put in the new netting. So there you go. That's the update in Skagway, Alaska. Hopefully next time you're out there, no rocks will fall on your head. Royal Caribbean is excited to open their brand new Galveston cruise terminal, home to Allure of the Seas, beginning next month. And there's something really cool about this cruise terminal. It is going to run 100% on solar energy. Yes, the cruise industry, well, they've grown a green thumb recently between all the liquefied natural gas cruise ships. Now we're seeing solar-powered terminals. No pun intended here, but it sounds like the cruise industry has really seen the light here on going solar with this new terminal. The new cruise terminal in Galveston cost $125 million and is expected to host about 630,000 guests per year. Carnival cruisers, if you're a chair hog, your days might be numbered, as the cruise line has quietly updated their policies to include a new marking system to track the chair hog problem going on Carnival ships. And likely this is a response in part to fights that have broken out recently on board Carnival ships over chairs, of all things. Yeah, you know, there's not as many chairs around the Lido deck pool as there are cruisers, so they're a hot commodity. Location, 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 as any good real estate agent will tell you. Well, Carnival will now be implementing a new policy where the attendants by the pool actually go around and tag unoccupied chairs that have belongings on them. And they'll give you 40 minutes to go ahead and get back to that chair before they'll actually scoop up your belongings and take them over to the towel stand and hold them for you. And here you can see the tracking system in use on board a Carnival cruise ship. Just a piece of masking tape or a sticker with a time written on it. I'm not sure if that time is when they tag the chair or when the belongings are to be removed, but you can see there's a couple chairs over there that all seem to be tagged. So there you go. Hopefully that will curb a lot of the poor onboard behavior that we see around chair hogging on Carnival ships. Man, towel clips, they're gonna go missing if you're a chair hog. Do you use towel clips or towel bands? I'm a towel band kind of guy. Got some in my Amazon store. Link below, like I said. Norwegian Escape, the ship that ran aground back in March in the Dominican Republic and had to go in for emergency repairs, has just completed a dry dock and is set to resume operations in Civitavecchia, Italy, Rome, here in the coming days. After spending at least 1 month dry docked in France, the vessel is expected to start a short Mediterranean season before taking a transatlantic cruise over to New York City in November of this year. So if you made it this far into today's episode, thanks so very much for stopping by the channel today. Be sure you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on. And until next time, as usual, we'll see ya on the Midships. All right, here's the tea on the upcoming week or two here for Midships. Tomorrow evening, I'll be flying up to Ohio, spend a little bit of time with my mom up there. Mama Midships is missing her baby boy, so I'm heading home. I'll be up there for a few days, come back for a day or two, and then it's time to head to the group cruise next week. Can't wait to take y'all along with me. If you're on my group cruise, go ahead and head over to that Facebook group now and let me know you watched today's episode. Everybody else, comment below. Let me know you watched till the end. And while you're down there, why don't you let me know when your next cruise is? All right, thanks so much for stopping by. We will see you tomorrow. La 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 la.